Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me along on this. I think you're going to enjoy this. It's a bit of an epic. And the reason being is this chap, I've seen him before and it always looks the same. Now, the first ear here, he had oiled this. He didn't oil the other one, and that was the one that was more challenging because, believe it or not, I didn't think he had a problem in that, but you'll be quite shocked when you see it. You'll be thinking, how can you not know that all that is in there? Now, he suffers from large build-up of dry, dead skin. And this one, as you can see, because he's oiled it quite well, it's coming away so far quite straightforward. Because it's kind of, the oil kind of binds it all together, softens it a little bit. But the other one, completely different, like chalk and cheese. But you're probably wondering what's with the title of this one. Bran Flakes in the ear. The reason being is the other ear looks like he's got bran flakes in his ear. You'll see exactly what I mean when we come to that. So stay tuned for that. This one's almost done. And again, this is fairly straightforward. It was only this one, believe it or not, that he thought he had a problem with. But he said, I can tell the other one's just not quite right. But I didn't think I needed any oil in that. But it was shocking what was in there, and it was really tricky. Had to use one of Neil's curettes as well to help me get that out. So if you like watching me using tools, which I know isn't often, then stay tuned for that too. As for why he gets all this build-up of dry skin, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. There could be a slight inflammation, some otitis externa, minor inflammation, possibly infection in the other one, because you can see on the outer part of the ear how dry and flaky that was. There can be other causes like eczema, psoriasis. It's not uncommon, but you can see his eardrum there in this one. I was quite happy to get rid of that, but have a look at this one here. You can see, can't you? It's a totally different story. It's as dry as a bone, which made it quite a frustrating and difficult removal because it didn't all stay together. It just came out in flakes, and because they're dark, looks like bran flakes, not cornflakes. I don't know if bran flakes is something that you get in other parts of the world. It certainly is quite common here in the UK. It's like a healthy breakfast flake that is brown, because I think it's mostly whole wheat as opposed to the cornflake, which some ears can look like cornflakes too. I think one of my previous videos was called cornflake in the ear, but that's normally paler, a bit more orange, but these are just dense, thick, brown flakes, just like bran flakes. Get them in a bowl, pour your milk on and off you go. I hope that's not put anybody off. I personally don't like them, they taste like cardboard. In a second, I think I'm going to put some oil in this. I was reluctant at first because it's quite hairy, this entrance, and that's going to make it go all over the place and make it quite difficult to see what I'm doing. But as you can see, I've put some oil in there already, so it softens it up a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to remove. But as you'll see a little bit, it does affect the visibility, can make it a bit tricky to see what you're doing. But yeah, it is a long and painstaking one, this, where you're in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But we got there in the end, and you'll probably find the last few bits quite satisfying as well, how they came away. Don't forget, if you do enjoy these videos, which I know a lot of you do, then tell me. And you can tell me there by leaving me a comment. I don't ask for this very often, because it bugs me when people do it in every single video. But if you like it, you'll subscribe to it. I know you will. But if you do like it, then just click that button down below. Costs you nothing to subscribe to it as well. And I think if you press, this is on YouTube by the way, or follow the channel if it's TikTok or what's the other one, Facebook or Instagram. Nobody watches on Instagram, I don't know why, never took off on there. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you follow the channels. I know the kids are quite keen for me to get to enough subscribers so they can have a play button. It's not for me, it's for them. It's kind of a big deal for kids. I'm really not fussed, but it would make me an even cooler dad than I already am if we can get a play button and stick it on the mantelpiece. That would be nice. I know I'm way off that, but every little helps. So if you could just press that button above you to the side here that says subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And you get free content every 2 days. Every 2 days, 8 o'clock, free videos. So here's where I've used the rye curette from Neil. Really useful for ones like this, because that bit there, it was really stuck and welded on to the base of the ear canal, and I couldn't pull it out unless I lifted it up. Now, you can't use that tool for pulling it out, but it helped me to separate it from the base of the ear canal, so I could jiggle it, wiggle it, and get it out. And here it comes, but you'll see it just comes in flakes by flake by flake. Some might like removals like this, some might not. That's the good thing about ears, there's no two that are the same, so there's a bit of something for everybody. If you do like watching these and you want to see even more than I already put out there, which is a lot, then you can also consider becoming a member. Quite a lot have already, which I do hugely appreciate. And if you're wondering what you get for membership, you get a lot more content, and I mean a lot more. If there's any members who are watching this, feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell everyone below how you're enjoying it, whether you think it's worth it or not. Because how I do it is pretty much follow me live in clinic the whole day. So it means that almost my entire library of procedures goes on there in real time. So for example, I must have done about 8 or 9 procedures already today, and every single one of them has been uploaded straight after I've done it. So you can hear both the patient interaction with me, all the sounds are on. There's not me narrating on it, but some of you might prefer that. And I think I've only been doing this since the end of June, so it's about 3 months I've been doing it, and I think there's about 150 videos there already. And as the regular videos, we're up to 320 something. So it won't be long before there's way more videos there than there is here. So if anyone does, I'll put a link up above me. If anyone does want to consider joining, I would really appreciate it. If not, you still carry on getting all this free content every 2 days, whether you like it or not. But I do appreciate all those who have joined so far, and I have been promising I will give a few of them a shout out as well, so bear with me on this, but I just want to say thank you to a few. One thing membership does get you, the odd shout out. I'm not going to include your second names, because I've looked on the membership list and there isn't 2 people who've got the same first names. So I don't need to put your second name, because if you hear your name there, then you know it's you. So far, a big thanks to Kate, David, Ian, Kathy, Laura, Carol, Julia, G, Janice and Claire. There's your first 10. I'll try and give a few more shout outs when I can. Speaking of shout outs, I get asked a few times, does anybody ever recognise you? Because these videos are getting quite popular. The answer is yes, and it's weird, I'm still not getting used to it. Of all the things to be well known for, this was the last thing I thought I would be well known for when I was younger. But a weird one happened when I was, and the reason I'm saying this is because I promised a lady I would give her a shout out. Kids are nearly back at school, so any parents of kids of school age will know that a couple of weeks before they go back to school, you've got the dreaded, oh no, God, I've got to go and buy some more school uniform, which is a right pain. I wish children would stop growing. It's very inconsiderate of them. I just wish they'd stay the same size, so I didn't keep having to get new uniform, new shoes every single year. But anyway, I digress. I was in the uniform shop, lovely ladies looking after myself and my son, and he was in the changing room, probably with his pants around his ankles, trying his new pants on. And I heard this lady, this voice came from the back of the shop, and she came to the front. She said, "Oh, you're that guy." Yeah. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You're that guy who does the earwax videos, aren't you? I watch it all the time." Which is, yeah, it's always weird when someone recognises you, but it's very nice. So if anyone does see me out and about, you are more than welcome to come and say hello. I promise I won't bite. It's very nice, and don't feel like you're intruding in any way. I honestly do not mind one bit if you want to come up and say hello. That's absolutely fine. So I'd like to say a big hello to Emily from Impressions. Thank you for sorting the kids out with their uniform. No doubt we will see you next year as well, and the year after, and the year after, and the year after. Now we're nearly here with this one, as you can probably already see. Thankfully, it has been a bit of a tedious, laborious job. And look at this. When I pull that one out, there's another bit attached. There's a hair adjoining two little pieces that came together. So we've got the last few little scraps. Not terribly important that we get this, but he does suffer with a lot of itchiness. Unsurprisingly, really. So I've suggested you try some acetic acid. I'm getting itchy as well, just thinking about it. You try some acetic acid spray. And hopefully that might help to just calm down any inflammation or irritation there that might be contributing to this excess skin production, which it can sometimes. But yeah, you see, it just might not make enough natural oils in the ear. But a lovely looking eardrum there, just a very dry ear canal. But a very empty one now, most importantly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, feel free if you want to join the channel. I would much appreciate it. This is for you mega weirdos who just can't get enough content, because there's absolutely loads out there. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Try.